everyone, thank you so much for clicking on this Netflix review. The fact that you're willing to sacrifice a few minutes out of your day to watch my content really does mean the world to me. And I review Netflix. From Netflix movies, series, documentaries, if it's been released on Netflix, I review it. And I want to be your go-to guy for Netflix. So hit subscribe, join my channel, and like this video, and let's jump right into this review. So we're going to be reviewing Dealer, which has come out on Netflix today. And it's actually based off of a movie that was released in 2017. This is a French series and it follows Franck. He is a music video creator and he's going to be filming Tony. Tony is a wannabe rapper that's currently in the drug dealing business. And he's trying to remove himself from this business and focus on his rap career. And so through this series, we get a really good look at what happens in the drug dealing landscape in France, the grittiness of it all, the grueliness of it all, and ultimately what happens. So this is a very down-to-earth series. It's only 10 episodes long, around 10 minutes in length, so it's incredibly short, incredibly fast-paced. I do have a little bit of a problem with the pacing, but ultimately it's an enjoyable series for those of you that are very curious about this type of thing. I'm just going to point it out now because I've brushed my hair multiple times. I don't know what my hair is doing here. I thought cutting my hair short would help me out. I wouldn't have this problem with short hair. I don't know what it is, but it's killing me. Okay, you don't care about my hair. Back to the actual review. So, the entire review is filmed from the point of view of Franck, the cinematographer of the music video. And so, of course, everything is handheld. There's constant movement. And I've got mixed feelings about that. I think found footage films, mockumentaries such as Park and Recreation or The Office, they can work if the camera is still somewhat stable. Okay? The Office, I had a big problem getting used to it because it's all handheld. But even then, it feels like it's limited in its shape. This series, especially during the action sequences, everything is like this constantly. And you're watching this and you're like, okay, I need to calm down. So the cinematography, it's a great idea because we're literally witnessing exactly what Franck is filming. And we get to really immerse ourselves in this environment. But flip, it can get exhausting once you've watched all 10 episodes back to back. You're just sitting there going, I need it to be stable. And then of course when we do have stable shots, it's just because Franck has put his camera down and he's busy talking. But then we have to watch the film like this because of course he's just put his camera down, so the whole screen is slanted. And so there's never a moment where you're just in front of characters having nice, normal engagement because of course everything is made to feel authentic. And Franck is just putting his camera down, he's walking around with his camera. And so that's probably my biggest point of contention in this series. It's really fun for the first few episodes, but you really almost start to feel nauseous by the end. So that's cinematography out of the way. What else can we talk about? We can talk about the performances, which I think were really good in this series. For a series that's trying to stay as engrossed in reality as possible, this series does a great job of delivering realistic characters and realistic performances. The characters themselves, I've got two feelings towards. Some characters are incredibly developed and they've got really well thought out character motivations and they're explored and we get to really analyze these characters. And that's really fun and that's really engaging. Learning about these characters, figuring out what makes them tick, that's a lot of fun. But then you get other characters where there's just no character development whatsoever. It's like talking to a brick wall. They're like, I'm bad because I'm bad. Whereas you've got these other characters that are so nuanced in their portrayal. And so it's a little bit annoying because I understand not all characters in the entire movie or series can ever have the same amount of development. Tertiary characters will never have the same amount of development as primary characters. But it's just a little bit disappointing to see some really well thought out character development next to I'm a bad guy, grrr. So again, both with the cinematography and the characters' portrayals, I feel very 50-50 about it. I think they did a really good job though. I think the series did a really good job of capturing the grittiness of the drug scene. I've never been exposed to drugs in reality, so I've got no experience to talk of. But it was really interesting to watch it and see, oh, this is a realistic portrayal of how this works. It's an incredibly complex system, and it's very well thought out, and it's delivered very well in the series. So look guys, in closing, would I recommend the series? That's a tough one. I feel like I didn't necessarily enjoy the series as much as I could have, for whatever reason. I think also a part of me that really didn't enjoy the series is drugs really just don't appeal to me. I've still never watched a full episode of Breaking Bad, despite how many times my girlfriend tells me to watch it. I don't see the appeal of supporting characters that are in the drug trade. That's me personally. And I know there's a lot more to this series and a lot more to Breaking Bad than just selling drugs. But it's a lifestyle that I just don't personally support. And so I find it very hard for me to engage with content that's surrounded by that. So I might be a little bit biased in my 50-50 approach of this series. But I feel like this series is definitely for those of an acquired taste, or definitely those that are really invested in this type of found footage film. Because again, the camera goes crazy. So if you're not ready to engage with this subject matter, then you're really going to struggle when all you've got is this camera that's moving like this. So it's a very, very tough watch in that regard. So if you're not someone that's going to enjoy the subject matter, and if you're someone that's not going to enjoy having the camera shake all the time, then I can definitely say this isn't a series that you're going to enjoy. But guys, thank you so much for watching this review. You guys are the best, you're awesome. Give me your thoughts about the series. I would honestly love to know if you guys enjoyed it or not. Guys, do not be afraid to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again in another review.